Yo, what is up guys? It's Andos here, your friendly neighborhood Warzone player. In today's episode, I'm going to share 3 movement techniques that the pros don't want you to know. Look, I know what it feels like. You're playing Warzone, just trying to enjoy the game with your buddies. Out of nowhere, a team of sweats, a bunch of Joe Woes, some YYs, TikTokers roll up on you and start slipping, sliding, hopping around like bunnies. And yeah, sometimes it's not that fun. Jokes aside though, I'm going to give you some insight on some very important movement techniques so you can also start dominating Warzone. Now these are moves that pros don't want you to know, but we are all about getting better together on this channel, so I'm going to do my best to help you out. Before we begin, remember to demolish that like button. It would mean the world to me. Sub to the YouTube channel for more tips and tricks Warzone videos. Comment below on what content I should make next if you have any questions. If you are interested in 1v1 coaching, go check out my website at www.andosgaming.com. Link will be in the description and the pinned comment. This is where I analyze your gameplay / mechanics to formulate a training program for you, just to make sure you are getting the best experience when playing Warzone. Also check out my merch on my website, the Do You Even Slide Cancel t-shirt and hoodies collection. Shipping is worldwide. With the intro out of the way, let's begin. Disclaimer, if you don't know the basics, go watch my full movement guide after this video where I explain everything in detail. Today's episode is more about the advanced stuff where we're focusing on the techniques. So if you don't know how to slide cancel or jump shot, go check out that video first. Okay, technique number 1, slide cancel camera break. There is no secret that slide cancels is one of the best mechanics ever invented in gaming history. I even created a Do You Even Slide Cancel clothing line. That's how much I like slide cancels. I'm a slide cancel addict. If you don't like to slide cancel, you are definitely missing out. Anyways, back on topic, the best way to utilize slide cancels is breaking people's cameras. It's a super efficient way to get yourself out of sticky situations in those close range gunfights. So there are 2 ways to break someone's cameras using slide cancels. Method number 1, you want to slide cancel directly into the person's body. I know that sounds kind of strange, but trust me, it works. To give it like ducking under someone's jab and then performing your own attack after the fact. Method number 2, sliding behind the enemy. I notice when I'm coaching my clients, they always cancel their slide cancels very early. Slide cancels can be used in combination. You can stretch out your slide cancel depending on the situation. Adjust your slide cancels accordingly. Anyway, slide canceling behind the enemy is another great way to break your opponent's camera. This is normally done when someone's pushing you around the corner or you need to cover some distance. Let's break down some scenarios and I'll show you what I mean. Alrighty, let's look at this scenario where I'm pushing an enemy upstairs. Pushing these stairs can be super dangerous, however when used with the correct movement techniques, you can definitely come out on top. I spot a target in front of me. It's not looking good. I'm in attack speed animation. Notice how I don't just stop and shoot. I slide cancel into cover and plan from there. Now I know the target is pre-aiming this door, so I want to make an entry using my slide cancel to break my opponent's camera. Let's see how it goes. Boom, perfect. I managed to create some distance and break aim assist. Now I'm able to get my own shots in while being in a better position. I do add a jump shot at the end to make sure it's hard for the target to get chest / headshots on me to make sure I don't die. Next time you're fighting your opponents, you don't always need to shoot straight away. Get into cover or use slide cancels to break your opponent's camera. It's a super effective move. Break down one more scenario relating to slide cancels before we move on. Remember when I mentioned when you break someone's camera, you want to slide cancel into the enemy's body. I know it sounds strange, but let me show you what I mean with an example. In this situation, I hear the target beneath me, so I jump down looking to get that last kill and the dub. So my feet hit the ground and just my luck, the enemy appears. A natural reaction is just to aim and shoot, right? Well, this is Warzone, we like to complicate things. So what I do is slide cancel towards the enemy to break this person's camera. Well, this is an awkward position, but this is what you want. I'm close to the enemy that this person doesn't know what is going on. I'm most likely out of the camera frame, hence why we call this technique breaking someone's camera. Another tip, when using slide cancel / movement at close range, hip fire. Most of the times when I'm fighting at close range, I'm always pre-firing or hip firing. The quicker you can get your bullets into your enemy, the better. At close ranges, your hip fire will have a high chance of hitting. So make sure to utilize this technique, it really does make a difference. Notice after I break my opponent's camera, I perform a jump shot away from the target. This is so I create a change of direction and create space and get my own shots in as well. Next time you play Warzone, remember to use slide cancels to your advantage. Break those cameras. It's going to take a few times to get used to the timing and distance management, but that will come with experience. Let's continue. Technique number 2, crossovers. Crossovers are basically when you change directions from left to right or right to left to throw off the enemy's aim. Just like in basketball, causing a misdirection and making your enemy thinking you're going one way, and then you switch it up and go the other way can give you a huge advantage. For example, I slide cancel to the left, I'm making the enemy aim towards my left, and then quickly jump to my right. This will make it hard for the enemy to readjust with the direction change. I'll break down a few examples just to show you what I mean. Before we begin, remember to smash the like button if you do enjoy this type of breakdowns where I slow things down and explain techniques in detail. Sub to the YouTube channel for awesome Warzone content. Drop by the stream as well and say hello. If you are interested in personal Warzone coaching where I analyze your gameplay personally, go check out my website at www.andosgaming.com. Link will be in the description and the comment section. Let's continue with the crossover technique analysis. In this situation, I'm just fighting people in prison. I did mention before, pre-firing is super effective during close range gunfights. Remember to keep that in mind. So while I'm reloading and enemy slide cancels around the corner, well, this is great. I could just aim down sight and shoot, right? Wrong, think about it. The enemy is probably already aiming at me at this point, so let's see how a crossover works in Warzone. So what I'm going to do is slide cancel towards the target to break this person's camera. Boom, I get into a pretty good position. Again, while I'm slide cancelling, I'm already hip firing. Now I can see the enemy is going to swing back towards me, so I am going to jump in the opposite direction to perform the crossover. Let's see what that looks like. As you can see, the target doesn't know what is going on and I'm able to get the kill, no worries. So that was basically the crossover, and using a combination of movement techniques to change direction to throw off the enemy's aim. You're probably thinking, well, Andos, what movement techniques should I use? Well, the answer to that question is use whatever you want. As long as your movement has some horizontal direction change, that will suffice. So play around with different combinations, but you can use tack sprints, slide cancels, jump shots, or bunny hops to make yourself elusive. Let me show you a scenario where I use a different combination. Alrighty, in this situation, I am fighting in prison in the exact same spot in a very similar situation. I swear guys, this is just by chance. I pick up a wild gun and an enemy appears out of nowhere. This time the distance is a bit different. The target is a bit further away. So I decide to jump towards this person to break the camera. Now I'm in a position where the enemy is swinging the gun towards me. So I want to slide cancel in the opposite direction to throw off this person's aim. As you can see, the target is shooting my last known location. However, I have done a crossover and my body position is to the left, ready to shoot. You want to pay attention to the enemy's gun, what I like to call the center line, and use horizontal misdirection, also known as the crossover, to throw off the enemy's aim. I managed to get the kill and it all worked out pretty well. You're probably thinking this only works on lower skilled players. I am telling you, this is how you beat the sweats as well. Have you ever watched those killing TTV videos on YouTube where they have both point of views? A lot of these guys are using crossovers at an advanced level to get those flashy kills. In my opinion, the crossover is an advanced movement technique. However, with a bit of practice, it's not that hard to do. Make sure to utilize and train this technique to help you grow and get better at movement in Warzone. Technique number 3, counterattacks. A lot of times in Warzone, people are pushing you like you owe them a big kiss on the cheek. Well, you need to use these scenarios to your advantage. Kind of like Wing Chun, you can use your opponent's force against them. Bait the enemy team to push you and catch the enemy off guard with your own movement. So next time someone is chasing you, get into cover and then perform your own counterattack, either with a slide cancel or a jump shot. There are 2 scenarios you want when you perform a counterattack. Scenario number 1, the enemy is in attack sprint animation running towards you. This will mean the target's gun will be in the air and a perfect chance for you to turn the tide. Scenario number 2, the enemy is chasing you and is very close to you and you can break the person's camera using movement. Let's break down a scenario and I'll show you what I mean. In this situation, I'm fighting at prison again. I bump into a target and we get into a gunfight. We both kind of dip, however, I do hear bullets and I assume that this person will push aggressively. Instead of running away, I use the door as cover, form a slide cancel towards the action and take these enemies' ankles. Let's see how it goes. So I managed to get behind the target. Now this is perfection. This is a work of art. Using movement to get behind your enemy is finesse at its best. Managed to get the kill, it all worked out. Next time you're playing, remember to counter attack. It's important to use cover to cut off line of sight when performing this technique to catch people off guard. Well, that is it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you're thinking Andos, these moves look a bit hard to do. Don't worry, I had similar thoughts as well when I first started using movement during gunfights. What I would recommend is to practice these 3 movement techniques in Modern Warfare custom bot lobbies. The mode usage set should be 3-for-all, the map should be shipment, set the health to 300, the bot difficulty should be on recruit, and just go to town. That's what I did at first, and now it has really helped me during my live gunfights. It's all instinct at this point. If you don't have Modern Warfare access, that is too bad. You will need to practice on live plays, which will also work. Side note, remember to keep trying these movement techniques. It's not going to click straight away, but eventually you'll get the timing down pretty soon. Movement is essential in Warzone. Make sure to keep that in mind. Again, smash that like button, share this with the squad mate. A good squad just means a good time. Sub to the YouTube channel. Coaching details are on my website. I wish you guys all the best and good luck on the Warzone.